Today we're going to be doing 5-6 graphing linear inequalities. To graph an inequality, we begin by solving the inequality for y in terms of x. That just means put it in y equals mx plus b, slope-intercept form. Use a dashed line when the boundary is not part of the solution set, and use a solid line when the boundary is included. If the origin is not on the boundary line, use that as a test point, or you can use it as a test point to determine which half plane is the graph of the solution set. So if it's greater than or equal to, then you shade above the line. If it's less than or equal to, you shade above the line. So what all this means is if you have greater than or less than, you're going to have a dashed line. If you have greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, you're going to have a solid line. Okay, so let's do some problems to get started. In this problem, I'm going to graph 4x plus 3y is greater than or equal to negative 15. So again, the first thing that I want to do is solve for the y. So I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. So I get 3y is greater than or equal to negative 4x minus 15. And then I'm going to divide by the 3, again, to get the y by itself. So if I divide everything by 3, I get y is greater than or equal to negative 4/3 x minus 5. Okay, so let's see what it's going to look like when I graph this on my graph over here. So I'm going to start out at the y-intercept of negative 5, if that'll work. I don't know if it's going to work on that. Okay, let's just do it down here. Okay, if I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's start there. And then I can go down 4 over 3 to the right, or I can go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 3 to the left, because that's still going to give me a negative slope. So my line would look like this. And because it's greater than or equal to, that's why I have a solid line. Now I'm going to shade. See if I can do this. I'm going to shade above the line right here because it's greater than. So that's on top of the line. Now, as you can see, I was able to draw on top of my graph over here. So this is what it's going to look like in the end. Right here, so again, I went down to negative 5, and then I can go down 4 over 3 to give me this point right here. And then I shade above.